Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and honors and salutations to all you Akim out there that's laboring in the truth and sincerity without wavering. The title of this show is going to be We Must All Examine Ourselves Even More, because what the scriptures say, the Lord goeth through Jerusalem with search with candles, you know. So meaning, in other words, the Lord's checking Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Remember, uh, like the Most High, the angels is there. Like there's nothing, you're not doing nothing in secret. If you sit up there, if you trying to fake jacks, if you being a wicked ass nigga in the truth, or if hey, and the spirit just got me coming in like this, because there's a lot of bullshit that happens in all the camps, man. You know, it's a lot of bullshit that happens. And listen, you can't point no fingers to the elders, apostles, the elders, all the shit that a lot of brothers are doing. You didn't learn that from us, man. That's from you not paying attention. Being disobedient, basically, man. You know, and really, you got to really check yourselves, man. I mean, shit, we all do, you know. And then we check each other, but more importantly, we check ourselves, man. From starting from Apostle Tahar on down, all of us, we constantly examine ourselves, man. You know, because we fear the Most High, man. It comes down to really fearing the Most High and walking humble, man. The scriptures say the more the longer you're in the truth, basically, roughly paraphrasing it, the more you should humble yourself. You should become more humble. You shouldn't be on these rampages, man. You got brothers that's worried about rank. What rank? This rank, I outrank you. I'm a rank. You got everybody, wants to call themselves elders and all these different titles, man. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, man. The camp or the elders or whatever and I'll say that because we didn't grow up worrying about titles, man. Although yes, there is rank or whatever, but when Apostle Tahar and Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rakai, when they came down and was dealing with us or whatever, they didn't teach us about, look, it's about getting the top rank. That's what you want to do, or it's about having rank and this that. Man, they actually taught against that, man. They told us how the dudes, because we wasn't there. I mean, we went to some classes or went up there, we seen it, but we wasn't in the school like they was in the school. They was actually there. They seen dudes tripping. Everybody just wanted to be a 5-shield general, or this wanted to be able to send a brother to the store or whatever. When Yahweh Shai said you should not. Matter of fact, that's in Luke. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Because that's the wrong spirit, man. All right. This is Luke. Matter of fact, go to it. This is Luke chapter 22 and verse 24. And there was also a strife among them, which of them should be accounted the greatest. Like they was, the disciples. It would show you that they were men, they were in the flesh, they had, right? But we're supposed to learn from these things. The scriptures tell you that things written aforetime are for our learning, man. You brothers don't understand. I'm like, man, all the shit that's happening, man. Here it is. This is the time that we look for. But you got brothers, still having art with each other, not knowing how to go to each other and work. By now, every brother should know the scriptures tell you. Matthew's 18th chapter. Pull your brother to the side. All right. And then if you don't want to hear it, yeah, then you bring it to the council, which stuff shouldn't even have to be council, because what issue could you possibly have unless a brother is doing some straight up blatant wickedness? You call him popping your woman, or you pull a gun on, some crazy shit. And of course, yeah, all right. But a lot of the issues, and I'm just talking in general throughout, and it seemed like it don't matter how many times, brothers, the apostles, or any other brother, the elders make shows on it. You have cats still fall into that same condemnation of the devil. They let Satan run with them, man. Look, we in a spiritual battle. You got to rebuke Satan, man. Don't let them demons be on you, having you sitting there, fucking around, fucking with brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? First of all, man, listen, you got examples, man. It's a lot of things to be sitting here teaching on, you know. And I mean, if the brother's going off, you tell him he's going off. And if a brother tell you you're going off, don't get all bent out of shape. And if he's wrong, then you just tell him. You know, you wait to, you know, sometimes you might have to suffer it, depending on, you know, each situation is different, of course. But to the point where shit turns into a big, you know, what they call it, a powder keg, it just explodes. What the hell is happening with brothers, man? You know, dudes wanting to go back into the world. How in the fuck you want to go back into the world? That means that you a faggot, man. You want to go into this world, you a faggot. If you like this world, you a faggot. Especially knowing the truth, being in the truth. It's one thing, a lot of these niggas, the Most High didn't open their eyes. So they think that that's what it is. They don't, you know, they got to just deal, that's the only thing they know. But if you was in this truth and you sitting there trying to squirm your ass back into the world, then you that means you got the spirit of a faggot, man. This is a homosexual world, man. We already see everything is manifest. Some demons is out there, man. You see? But now this is Luke 22 and 25. And he said unto them, this is the Lord speaking, the kings of the Gentiles, and this is talking about the actual other nations. The kings of the Gentiles exercise lordship over them, and they that exercise authority upon them are called benefactors. You see? And that's what they do. They sit there and they you know, they that's what they do. You see what I'm saying? They sit there and you know, sit up there and I got the rank over you. You know, they get me this, pick up, you know, go pick up, you know, the newspaper for me, or you know. They sit there and give out all these orders and everything because they you know, they feeling themselves. And that's because they carnal at the end of the day. There's nothing spiritual about them. And they don't, you know, they're not the people of the Most High. You see, so that's how they are. We're not supposed to be like that, you know, power tripping, man. You see? And then a lot of you brothers, the thing is, like I said, when we came into this thing, as we was taught from the apostles, the elders, all right, it was better to be humble. It's better to take the low. And that's what we always tell you brothers, man. We always tell you brothers, man. You know? We always tell you, but a lot of you brothers, you like them titles, you know, you start you know, you feel yourself, I've been around for 5 years, you know, I've been around for 8 years or 10 years or whatever, however long some of you brothers been around. And really, you gotta, this is what always used to humble me, is that I knew that there was men that was always in this thing longer than me. All right, that are still doing the work, the real men of the Lord. And then there was men that was in this thing longer than me that fell the fuck off. You see? So is that really the key thing to boast about what level you on or whatever? Huh? And then you end up falling off? That's why you're supposed to be humble, man. You get to the, Lord willing, we make it on the ships and be delivered, then you can rejoice and breathe a sigh of relief. But right now, we don't know. The scriptures say the righteous shall scarcely make it, man. The righteous, the elect, is going to scarcely make it. So that shows you there's no room to be all puffy, man. You see? There's no room, man. So it says, the Gentiles exercise lordship over them, and they that exercise authority upon them are called benefactors. You know, brothers that like them big, you know, big ass titles and stuff, you know. And there's enough of that going around in Israel, man. Brothers that's of GMS that learned from the apostles and elders on down, you brothers supposed to know better than that, man. You know, so that's why I said brothers got to really examine themselves, because, okay, you might be doing, you know, and I'm going to go back to Revelations, the 2nd chapter. You might be on point with one thing. You might be at the camp, okay, you're doing your videos, okay, but you ain't doing right with brothers. So you really done fucked up. Because the Most High said, how can you say you love me when you hate your brother that you see? You don't see the Most High, but your brother you do see. You see? And at these times, brother, you don't know when the last time you're going to see a brother, or if you're going to need that brother. You know, we living in the time of the end, and all hell is breaking loose, man. People are fucking out here losing their mind. Esau's going wild. So why the hell would you sit there and act crazy or let them seducing spirits jump on you and not fight back? And then a lot of you was probably bullshitting the whole ride anyway, so you ain't got no foundation. You never built your foundation up on that rock. So of course, when all the hell comes, you gonna, fold like a deck of cards, man. But it says, but ye should not be so. But he that is greatest among you, let him be as the younger. And that's what Yahweh Shai did. He was the greatest one, and he washed the disciples' feet. So he said, he that is greatest among you, let him be as the younger. And he that is chief, as he that doth serve. And remember, we're all servants, man. All right? For whether is greater, he that sitteth at meat, or he that serveth? As a deep question. Is not he that sitteth at meat, but I am among you as he that serveth. See? Because normally what, kings are the ones that get served. So imagine a king is serving a peasant, so-called peasant, or someone that's poor. That shows you how much character that king got, a lot of character, you see? But so that's, and not, and brothers, I shouldn't have to explain what that means. You brothers should get that. That's pretty self-explanatory, you see? But now it says, ye are they which have continued with me in my temptations, and I appoint unto you a kingdom as my Father have appointed unto me. So if you fall off, then that means you wasn't with Yahweh Shai and all his temptations. All right? You wasn't a part of this work. You see what I'm saying? Simple and plain. All right, so now let me go back to Revelations, the 2nd chapter. Read a few verses from there. This is Revelations chapter 2. And Lord willing, it's going to be it's a little late, straight to the point. But this was on my spirit. Been on my spirit actually for about a good, I don't know, week and a half. And I just said, nah, I ain't, but the spirit out of the spirit keep like knocking you. So through the spirit, I prayed on it, and I said, I ain't gonna go to sleep until, Lord willing, I get this one off through the spirit. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 1. It says, unto the angel of the church of Ephesus write, these things saith he that holdeth the 7 stars in his right hand, who walketh in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks, which is Yahweh Shai. I know thy works and thy labor and thy patience. See, which that's deep, because, like I said, you got brothers that's doing, and this is scary. Every time I read this, it scares me, because, damn, Yahweh Shai said, look, I know you work out there busting your ass. You out here, you doing videos, and you being patient, meaning you're suffering, right? He said, and how thou cannot bear them which are evil. Yeah, you hate all the wicked world, these wicked Israelites, and thou hast tried them which say they are apostles and are not. All right, you've been out there on the highways and byways, you've been condemning, and found out that these guys are false, and has found them liars, found out that they're liars, and has borne and has patience, and for my name's sake has labored. And you did it all in the name of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and has not fainted, because a lot of people gave up. So you endured for a while, you've been around. Nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love. You see? So thy first love is what? This truth. So you can't pop up talking about you doing this and doing that. The longer you in the truth, things increase, your time increase, where you start finding you don't have time, but you should always make time, because first and foremost is truth comes first. So what happens is sometimes brothers forget that. They forget their priorities. Brothers start, slacking. Brothers ain't on fire. When you first came in, and they tell you that in Hebrews, right? Call to remembrance the former. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick, since I'm just about to quote it. That's Hebrews the 10th chapter. It's down by bear with me, brother. There we go. 30 Hebrews 10 and 30. For we know him that have said, Vengeance belongeth unto me, I will recompense, saith the Lord. And again, the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, shall judge his people. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. And again, it goes back to that fear of the Most High, the fear of the Lord. If you fear the Most High, you're going to do this work. You're going to go make sure you at the camp, you know? I mean, if you got to work or whatever the case is, because look, we still work. I still work. The Lord knows your heart, but you're gonna make sure that you still pushing shows. You're gonna make sure that you there. You understand? You're gonna fight, and that's part of the fight too. Because you're gonna have things. You might have a situation happen where somehow you get stuck watching your kids, and you're like, nah, hold up, we gonna have to switch this up, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing the work of the Lord. I ain't gonna be. I'll be damned if I be home watching some kids while brothers is out there prophesying, man. At the most, maybe I probably have to work or move or whatever if that was, and then I'm trying to get to the camp right after that, as soon as possible. Because of course I ain't, we do live we still in our captivity, and certain brothers are not freed up as other brothers are, but it comes to that fear of the Most High, man. If you fear the Most High, you're not going to forsake, in other words, you're not going to forsake the camp or the high holy days because you want to do your thing. You know what? I don't want to go to camp this week because I want to hang out with my woman and spend some quality time, get to know each other a little better and work on our relationship, our commitment. Nah, man. Nah, homie. That's the wrong way to go, man. And the Most High is a jealous power, man. You better believe that. So it's two things. If you are a man of the Lord, the Most High gonna cause that situation to blow up and come to naught. Or if you ain't a man of the Lord, then the Most High gonna let you get taken away. Scriptures tell you she destroyed many kings, man. It said he that pleased the most, really, the only way to get out of it, you got to please the Most High. He that pleased the Most High shall escape her. You see, because the woman is one of the top demons on this earth that pulled brothers out, man. Amongst other situations, you got the money to get rich demon, get rich and die try demon. That get on brothers. But you ain't going to sit there and let none of that stop you from serving the Lord, man. Just like when you first came in this truth, man. As you read on. It says, but call to remembrance the former days in which after you were illuminated, you endured a great fight of afflictions. You see, you fought like tooth and nail to make it to the school, to watch the show. Well, a lot of you brothers came in through the age of the internet, right? But you fought tooth and nail to watch the shows and you know what I'm saying, learn as much as you can, study, contact brothers, form a camp, join a camp, go out there in the highways and the byways. You was all in it. Well, you got to stay all in it, man. It don't change. If anything, your love for the truth is supposed to grow. It's supposed to grow where this is the only thing that you're going to really be thinking about, man. And then the Spirit's going to be on certain brothers to constantly be teaching, constantly filming, or constantly doing whatever they do for the body. You understand? So the scriptures say, call to remembrance the former days. Now back in Revelations, the second chapter, right? It says back in verse 4, this is what Yahweh Shai said, nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love. And this is where you got to be real with yourself. If you ain't been producing, and you got to remember about the what was the vine, the fig tree. Pardon me, the fig tree. Remember Yahweh Shai, he was hungered. He came across a fig tree, and it didn't have no figs, and he cursed it. He put a curse on it, and it withered up and died. Because why? It wasn't bearing no fruit. So you got to be real, man. Yahweh Shai said, because you got brothers that get weak, but they still, that's the truth. I still acknowledge the truth. And you got a lot of dudes that fell off that, well, I won't say fell off. Well, yeah, fell off. They was in the camp heavy, but then they stopped camping. They stopped going out on the highways and the byways, But yet they might still believe in the name and the truth and everything. But this is what Yahweh Shai said, I still got something against you, because you left your first love. Meaning, in other words, you ain't on fire. You're supposed to be on fire for this truth, man. All right. The apostle, let's say Apostle Paul. The Apostle Paul used to bring out Revelations 3 and 15 all the time. He still used to, still do. And it's true. You can't be lukewarm, man. You can't be lukewarm. You got to be all in or not in at all, man. You know, and if you all into this truth, you're not going to find time to be bickering with your brothers. You ain't going to, you got a bad day. That shit got to stop, man. Being tyrants and everything. Here, there's a lot of you brothers ain't hardly even been through nothing, man. But you sitting up there putting burdens and being tyrants on brothers just because you got a little position of authority. You got brothers, like I said, a lot of brothers, everybody's an elder now. You know what I'm saying? Brothers went straight from the trooper program to being an elder. You know what I'm saying? Brothers just came into the faith about 3 years and now they're elders, which, whatever, it ain't about that, man. It ain't about having these titles and stuff like that. It's about bringing forth fruit, meat for repentance, man. About humbling yourself before Yahweh Shem Yahushai and working out your own salvation. So you gotta be sincere, man. You gotta, if not, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. It's gonna show. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really examine yourself. If brothers are saying something to you, at least consider it. Or hell, if a brother, like a lot of the other elders and stuff, sometimes the judge might come down on one brother, or brother might say something about another brother that they might have seen, and we sit there and reflect and make, well, shit, oh damn, I was on that tip too, man. I gotta rebuke that demon, or now, okay, all right, just check. You checking yourself, bro. I ain't talking about no nervous pervers type shit. Nah, on some sincere shit. Being sincere, check yourself, examine, constantly go to the Lord, and when you're around brothers, don't be a damn demon, man. All right, verse 5, it says, remember therefore from whence thou art fallen, and repent and do the first work. See, just like we read in Hebrews the 10th chapter, or else I will come unto thee quickly and remove thy candlestick out of his place, except thou repent. And it can happen quick, overnight, and the Most High is cold. See, it's too many reasons to fear the Most High. I don't see why anybody would, especially after your eyes been open and you see this truth, why would you think to do anything else after seeing how the Most High operates, man? The Most High could bug you out and make you think that you still in the truth, and you way out the truth, man. Like that broke back guitarist with the green mohawk out there lost in the abyss, man. The Most High could fuck your whole shit up. So you gotta fear the Most High, man. And you brothers, like I said, y'all doing way too much with all this, arguing with each other and, sitting there, having art with each other, not dealing right with each other, going to the scriptures, all these different camps. You got brothers that are camp leaders that are not, what I'm saying? You camp leaders, you got to regulate this stuff too. You got to stop these things put out the fires before they happen. If you see two brothers have an issue, make sure that they resolved it with each other. Don't let it keep, And then again, too, brothers at the same time, it's a double-edged sword, man. The scriptures is a double-edged sword. If you're in a position of power, don't sit there and trip as if you holy, man. Because we all go off, man. All right, the scriptures say all are falling short of the glory. So when you start, because you had guys that never thought that they did any wrong, and they're gone. They was great talkers, master manipulators, right? But you can't outslick the Most High. You can't lie to the Holy Spirit, man. And they didn't think that they were doing anything wrong. They thought they was righteous, and then the Most High bugged, and that's the Lord, man. The Lord put that delusional spirit on them, man. So you got to pray to the Most High, because you don't want that demon on you, man. And if you checking yourself and you being humble, and being, like the scriptures say, be subject to one another. Don't sit there and talk about you going to just listen to a brother. You only want to listen to the apostles, or the elders. Man, listen, if you got a brother in your camp, or a brother, especially a brother that you came up with, some of you brothers came, one brother might have been in for a year or two before the other brother, But yet y'all on some bullshit. Now I'm over you. Or look, come on, man. Y'all came in this thing together. Y'all supposed to be working in the spirit, you know? But it says, now hold on, I want to go to James real quick. Actually, this is gonna be the last scripture I'm gonna bring out. There's a scripture in James, the 5th chapter. Just to finish the point. I mean, I'm pretty sure the point should be made, but I'm gonna read James 5 and 7. It says, "Be patient, therefore," and that's another thing too. A lot of dudes that's bugging out, you know, that's because they losing patience, man. You know, they sitting there, you know, acting like a female, man. They thinking that maybe ain't no Mosai, maybe this ain't gonna happen, maybe we gonna die. You know, because things are really actually happening. So you got brothers getting terrified instead of trusting in the Lord, man. Yeah, all these things that are gonna happen, we know that they were supposed to happen, and we should be happy that it's happening, man. You understand? And at the end of the day, you're only supposed to fear the Most High. You ain't supposed to be afraid of what Esau could do. You know? It says, "Be patient, therefore, brethren." And guess what? We're going to get ours, man. All right? This ain't the time for us to be rich or whatever. We still got hell to catch, man. You know? Hell, you should have your mind prepared to catch any type of hell until Yahweh Shai get here, man. And Lord willing, until you make it on a chariot, man. As long as we in this flesh, man, we going to catch hell, man. Whether it's physical, spiritual, you know, health, ailments, whatever. But you got to pray to the Most High to give you the spirit to fight, you know. You know, the Apostle Paul spoke about fighting the good fight of faith. So that's what you want to be doing, man. Contending for the kingdom, man. The earnest of the spirit, man. All right. It says, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth. Check that out. And that's speaking about Yahweh Shai, right? And have long patience for it until he received the early and latter rain. Right? So Yahweh Shai, he gotta wait. And he's the most righteous amongst all of us. He's the captain of our salvation. He's the firstborn. You know, through him we got life back. He connected us back to the Father. But even he is waiting. He hath long patience until he received the early and the latter rain. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. And then we see it. That's what everything that's happening, these prophecies. And look, the Most High is done fuck people's head up, man. You got people all messed up, you know. They're sitting up there talking about, man, 2020, you lost the Black Mamba and the Black Panther. That's the Most High's judgment, man. The Most High is taking out these so-called idols of our people. And the Lord's tired of this shit from Jake, man. Which is a beautiful fucking thing, man. You see? The beautiful thing. Verse 9. Grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. So you got to be careful with all that, man. All that grudging and having issues with brothers. Just because you angry. You know, we all fucking angry, man. Some brothers might show the shit differently, man. You know? But just because you angry, you know, or you ain't get your way, or your girl did something to you or something, now you're going to just sit there and just go to that's bullying, really. That's spiritual bullying, man. You think Yahweh Shai don't see that, man? Maybe the brother might be a young, weak brother. He don't know how to speak for himself or whatever. But the Lord is going to speak for himself, man. The scriptures tell you, you got to be careful about that, man. Grudge not one against another. Here it is, a brother might have did something and you still holding on to it, man. Brother thought y'all was cool and, you know, done dapped it up, sipping y'all young together. Then a month later, nah, man, I'm still mad at you. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? How the fuck you still wrong? We done bagged some chicks up, you know, sip your young. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Jake is bugging out, man. It said, grudge not one against another, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth before the door. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. And it's throughout the scriptures speak about suffering, man. Suffering. That's what it's about. It's about suffering. being in this truth. Even each other, we gotta suffer each other. Sometimes we gonna get on each other's nerves, man. But you gotta suffer it, man. I don't mean you say, man, fuck that brother. Nah. We ain't supposed to operate like niggas, man. Yahweh Shai didn't teach us that, man. And you brothers ain't learned that from us, man. From the apostles, elders, the camp heads, the brothers that are of a good age that understand what's going on as, leading a lot of you brothers. That's basically, you learned that from Satan, man. It says, behold, we count them happy which endure. You have heard of the patience of Job and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. So you sitting up there thinking, nah, man, nobody knows what I'm going through. Man, listen, the Lord sees it, man. The Most High is going to reward you. Stop, man, the fuck up, man. Brothers got to stop, acting like soft bitches too, man. Coming around, when you come around the brothers, man, it shit, and I get on myself too. My energy be funny. I'm like, nah, man, I be cursing myself out, man. You can't be acting funny style around brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Bringing that spirit of doubt. Nah, brothers got to cut that shit out, man. A scary spirit. What are we gonna do? What is he so? Nah, man. Which way did he go? Nah, we can't. Man, listen, man. The Most High gave us too much wisdom for us to carry on like that, man. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna end it there. Hopefully brothers are edified. As always, I give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and say shalom to you sincere Akim. Shalom.